Hey Saber folks, so tonight just going to run through some purple blade styles. Got a few of them, some weird ones, some funny ones. But yeah, so let's get started. So the fonts are just sort of just ones I chose that happen to just be on the SD card of the Saber that I put them on, and I'm using tonight my Saber's Build Your Own Guardian with the little grip sleeve here. This is my Saber's Proffie. And I'm using a 36-inch bendy blade with this one tonight. So yeah, so the fonts are all over the place. Some Kyberphonic, some KSith, some Lord Reaver, a bunch of different stuff. So here we go. So we're going to start out with your basic vanilla static purple blade with just some standard white clashes, mid-blade responsive. So this is sort of like the blade style I would do for like Mace Windu. You know, purple specific Jedi characters that use straight purple blades. If I wanted like a cannon style blade. Nice and vanilla. So this is a originally started out as a purple pulse blade, which I lightened up a lot. So this is almost a white, but this is like a really, really, really light violet. And the reason I did that, and actually this blade style is matched specifically to this font. This is the Ashes font from Madcow. And the reason I did this is because depending on which blade I might be using for a Saber, sometimes the blade goes a little bit more blue, sometimes it goes a little bit more red. And originally I was trying to get this to be a white blade, but because I use so many different blades that shift the white, I decided to just go and turn it into like a light violet. And so I found that way, when I put it more towards a purple, I either end up with a darker purple or a lighter purple, depending on what blade I use, and then either one just looks okay. So and then I also have a white, or not, excuse me, not white, a bright blade color on the swing, a bright color strobe. And then it's also got spark tip ignition and retraction. And that actually works nicely because on blades where it looks whiter, you almost can't see it, and then on blades where it looks a little darker, you can see like a little bit whiter tip, which is kind of neat.
Don't insult me.
Let's see what we got here. So this is a Smokeblade. You can see that sort of like that slow gaseous movement. I like smoke blades. There's a lot you can do with these. These are sort of like chicken. You can put all kinds of different sauce on them and they all taste great. But this one I'm doing sort of a basic smoke blade, just your standard mid blade clashes and lockups, white accents. We've got a full blade end of lockup. And then I'm doing a responsive cutting edge on the swing.
How unfortunate. I was looking for a challenge.
So that's a Smokeblade.
Kylo Ren.
And this is a standard purple Fireblade, or Flameblade. Got blast fade outs, or blast waves, excuse me. Full blade end of lockup. Nice fire swing there.
Let the past die. Kill it if you have to. That's the only way to become what we're meant to be.
And it's got a spark tip ignition and retraction on it too. So this is my out of control purple blade. I'll show you that ignition again. It's an unstable bright power up. The default color was white, and I basically changed all the accents on this to like sort of a hot pink / magenta. So this is basically the same base blade style as the one before, only I added a rain dent in it, and then I changed the rain dent color to the same color as the accent clashes and the unstable power-up colors. And then it's also got a force rage effect, which goes white. And I'm not sure if I want to change that white to a different color, but I think I'll leave it for now because it doesn't look too bad. And then that force effect dissipates after 30 seconds. And if you want to reactivate it, you just kick off the force effect again. I think it's got a spark tip retraction, except the spark tip in that case is a bright magenta. Okay, that's a Summon Lightning Preon. And this is going down into a SurgingPulse purple blade. And normally the pulse would be, it comes default as a white, and then what I did was I did a pale purple and then a brighter purple. So it's almost like a stripe at this point, a purple stripe. I think it's got a power ripple at the end of lockup. And then I added an unstable swing effect on just the swing. And then it's got a bright stable power down. Now that is a Spectrum Absorb Preon. And this is dropping down into a purple AudioFlicker blade. And then on this particular one, I changed the accents to sort of a nice soft yellow. Which has sort of a fade out effect at the end of lockup. And then this has also got the force rage effect. So now the blade goes back after 30 seconds. And this does have an unstable swing. So that's a fun one. I enjoy that blade style a lot.
Vengeance.
It's another Spectrum Absorb with a bright white unstable power up. And this is dropping into Fett's Electro Staff blade style, which I did up on the purple version. So is that right? Hang on a second. I don't think that's right. Let me do that one again. That's Spectrum Absorb. No, sorry. This is a purple unstable blade. It's not the Electro Staff. It's an unstable blade. The I did is purple. The reason I got confused was I actually added some black into the pattern. Typically, it would just be like purple white, and I think it's either a little bit of gray, like it has like a third layered color on this unstable effect, and I took that third color, I think it was like a slate gray, and I darkened it down a little bit more. And it's got a bright color effect on the swing. And then I also played around. I played around a lot with the colors on this one. I wanted to try and find a blend of clash colors that weren't just the standard white or the standard blue or whatever. So I played around with like some soft red, like more like off-white, like some cream colors on the clashes and things like that. And what I finally came down to, like for this one, I'm using actually what Proffie calls tomato, which is like a softer red, and then pink on the edges, and then white on the rim. And then the lockups are what Proffie calls a Navajo white, but it's basically an off-white, like a cream, almost a really soft yellow. And then these lockups are yellow-blue in the middle and white on the edges, white on the strobe. Yeah, I think this is actually one of the purple blade styles I worked on for the longest, just to try and lose myself almost in the minor intricacies of like the color matching and stuff like that, just to try and get something a little bit more interesting than the default stuff. That one was a lot of fun, and that's got a spark tip on the ignition and retraction. That's a cycle up power on. And this is coming into another purple unstable blade. With another bright color strobe, and this is actually the electro staff from FET263. You can tell they're very similar to a standard unstable, but the speed and the color patterning are a little bit different. Power ripple end of lockup. There's a force range effect on this one too. And then, rather than, I don't do that effect a lot on blades, but every once in a while the blade style really matches that full force lightning instead of the responsive lightning block. Where you're doing the full blade. And this style seemed to match that, so on it went. And then that's also got a summon lightning effect too on this one. Which goes into a bright white on the boost. It drops back down after 30 seconds. And you can do it again if you want. Yeah, so that one's also, had a lot of fun with that one too.
You can't stop the Empire!
So that was, I think that was a center out ignition. And this is a rolling pulse blade. Nice little power ripple again at the end of lockup. End of lockup on responsive lightning block is a full blade. Just stabilize. Can't remember if I put a force effect on this or not. I don't think I did. Yeah, no, I didn't. It's all good. And then this one also has a bright white emitter flare.
Traitor!
And this is a second version of FET's electro staff in purple. This one was the same as the other one I just did before, the electro staff I did 2 fonts ago. The only difference on this one is I put an emitter flare on this one. That's the only difference.
At last we will have our revenge.
So this is a cool one. This is a type of blade style I use for a lot of iconic characters, like canon characters, but where I want to spice the blade style up just a smidge. So let me show you this startup. It's an unstable bright white power up with a spark tip ignition. And it drops down into just a base AudioFlicker blade on the solid color, but it's also using an emitter flare. And it's using a responsive edge on the swing. Yeah, so this is sort of like, a lot of times if somebody asks me, hey, can you give me like a couple of cool blade styles for my Mace Windu font, my Darth Maul font, or my Vader font, or whatever, what I'll usually do is I'll say, you know, I'll give you something like that's cool, but not like too complicated, and it's usually something like this: nice audio flicker blade, nice emitter flare, a nice little bright white unstable on the power up, and a nice like an unstable edge on the swing. But otherwise, basically just a nice solid blade when you're not doing anything, when it's at rest. Just a nice solid blade with an emitter flare. I'd say probably 75–80% of the time people ask me for a blade style, this is what they want. Which is fine. I mean, I love, this is like a great solid go-to. So this is an erratic, unstable purple blade. You probably recognize, if you've seen my grayscale font blade style demo that I did, this is the blade style that I put together for the Deadlink font. Whoops. Don't want to change the color, I want to get the force effect. There we go. So I'm using another, that's Kylo Force Rage force effect, where it basically just sends like a quick burst of white up the blade in an unstable pattern. Man, this guy just doesn't want to give me the force effect. Ah. Alright, I'm gonna stop trying on this one. There we go. And it's got a spark tip on the ignition and retraction too. This is the one. This is the one that's still in progress with me. This is the one I've been having a lot of fun with. This started out as a straight purple unstable blade, and I started mucking around with the color scheme. So what we've got in here is we've got a purple, a magenta, and a cyan. And we've got the sort of the off-white, the Navajo white clashes and effects. And I really, really dig the color patterning that these paired colors do on the unstable swing. It's really cool. Forgot if I put it. Okay, I didn't put a sun and lightning on this. There we go. And then it's got a bright white power down as well with a spark tip retraction.
Battery power level.
All right, and we've gone to the end of our set. So thanks for watching. I really enjoyed working on these. You can see some of them are still like works in progress, but some of them are sort of I don't know, pretty tightened up, fairly solid. And yeah, so I'll put a link in the video description. If anybody wants these blade styles, I'll link it to a paste bin where anybody can grab these style codes if you'd like them. Yeah, thanks for watching, y'all. May the force be with you. Take care.